Average U.S. rent is $1,164, so minimum wage should be at least $27 per hour. Rent should be no more than 25% of your monthly expense. This would make your total expected monthly income to be $4,656, or $55,872 per year. I used 2,080 hours worked for the year, with no vacation time, which came to $26.86 per hour as the bare bones minimum required for individuals to live on their own in a rental apartment or home. It would be much easier, obviously, with a roommate, but the goal for most is personal and financial independence. How can Congress be forced to increase the minimum wage to this livable level? What can be done? Heart Granny. I'm paying more than the average, and my landlord hit me with a 15% increase last year. I'd have moved, but couldn't find a place that was even 5% cheaper. We're being eaten alive by greed. Just work 4 jobs and don't sleep for 40 years or so. It's the American dream. The housing market is its own insanity. The high rent being caused by corporations buying up all the cheap property, or the constant flow of gentrification. The percentage of people that rent versus own has ballooned in the last 50 years. Rent for a studio near me is more than 50% of my monthly income, around $2.2K. They now expect this stuff to be paid for by 2 people instead of 1. Gotta have 2 people working if you want a place to live. No rent lower than $1,200 in my medium-sized city in the Midwest. The problem is that real estate values are the driving force behind rents. The whole scheme of being a landlord is to charge what would be a current mortgage rate on your home, divide it out by the month plus property taxes, and leave you with the bill. This way they can refinance their mortgage to buy more properties, home remodels, cars, boats with their increased home equity. My former scumbag landlord inherited 2 modest homes and now owns like 8 just from refinancing the original mortgages. The issue is the housing market is based on competitive demand. Housing costs will just keep going up to whatever people are willing to pay regardless of what income is. You have to reduce competition by building more housing while capping rental prices. Cries as CA rent. While I'll disagree that average and minimum should not equate, and this will likely get me downvoted, if there are not affordable rent options for all levels of earners. It is a broken system and rent needs to be lowered or wages increased. Can't keep living like this. Rent should be no more than 15% of your income. Screw 25%. Why can't we get the boomer rate and be able to afford 3 mansions with the salary of a part-timer? I appreciate it, Granny. It feels like most of the older generation hates the younger generations and doesn't understand our struggle. I appreciate you understanding. For me, it's kind of like this. If the market can determine rent, the market can determine the cost of labor. So either minimum wage needs to match rent, or rents need to come down considerably. The market can't have it one way to harvest money from people, and then deny them in the same breath with different rules in regards to their wages. Can we talk about how sweet is that op signs off her post and comments with, "Heart Granny"? You can't force Congress to change it. You can only change who is in Congress. Then set the right people in place to change it. Term limits will help, but that requires an act of Congress, and we have a dysfunctional 2-party system that blocks progress collectively. If we're solving problems make $80 an hour, then people can actually enjoy themselves. I'm on the cheap end of my city in Canada, paying $1,500 for a one-bedroom basement unit. I make $12 an hour and everywhere around me is about $1,000 a month. They all want you to make anywhere from 2x to 3x the amount rent is, so even if you can pay it, you're fucked. I don't know what these people expect from us, but it's kinda fucked up that you can work a full-time job and be faced with homelessness anyways. No, seriously. Most people I see here make $4 per hour. How do you live? Serious question.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.